All right, gentlemen, the replacement has arrived. And is it the Promaster Land U822? Well, there's only one way to find out. All right, here we go. We have this Pelican-like case, and yes, it's not a chick's watch this time. It is the actual watch, the U822. And this is the model number JV1007. And take a look and tell me what you think. I've been wearing the Rangeman GW9400. We're going to have to put a pause on the tough testing of the Gen 1 Rangeman to try on this Promaster Land. Look at that buckle. Gentlemen, look at that buckle. That is a big, beefy buckle right there. And this plastic, this rubber, really, it's rubber. It's pretty flexible. No contrasting colors on the face of the watch, except for a little bit of yellow right there, and we have yellow right there. Other than that, you know, white hands, white indices, white dials, white lettering, and oh, look at that, an MIP display. Can you believe that Citizen has beat Casio G-Shock to the punch with an Ani-Digi watch with an MIP display? And this, of course, is, they don't call it Ani-Digi in Citizen Land. They call it a combination watch. And that's what they were calling this watch at first, combination watch. Oh, feel that knurling. All right, so the knurling doesn't go all the way around. This is not a bezel, doesn't move, but there's knurling there in just those two spots. It looks cool. There's knurling here, there's knurling there, there's knurling on this crown. It's not doing anything. And then this, that looks like a gear. That looks like a gear that would mesh with like these splines are not parallel with the gear. Oh, look, and there's a Promaster logo. What happens when you turn this? Let's see. Okay, the inner bezel moves. All right, you guys see that? The inner bezel is moving. And it is a compass rose. All right, so you're going to have to do this the Boy Scout way, because there is no actual compass in this watch. All right, but there is a rotating inner bezel with a compass rose. Okay, so pressing stuff. Let's press stuff. Oh, wow, look. That turned positive. There's a positive screen right there for the MIP. All right, guys, look. Now we have to open up the G-Shock box and find the 3rd gen Rangeman, because a lot of guys are saying, where is the option to make this screen a positive LCD? And there is no such option. However, on some screens, you know, the whole screen will turn white, and I'm trying to remember which ones it happens. I think it's when it's trying to pair. But anyway, we had that white screen. Will it stay white? I don't know. I do not know. All right, so this pushes in, but this knurling does not turn. I don't feel it turning. I did something. What did I do? Exit. All right. Is the time even correct? What is the time right now? This is reading 7 p.m. In what time zone, I do not know. And what is the actual time? All these watches are incorrect. I believe that this one is correct. It is 5 past 10 p.m. All right. So, but it is the correct date. So this might be to the wrong time zone. And I'm just going to have to, yeah, it's for New York. Or is it? I don't know. Guys, this is just the first impressions. It is chaotic as usual, okay? And I'm going to keep this intact. Normally I just tear these, but this one I will keep intact in case it is, you know, isn't up to my specs for toughness. It definitely looks tough, but I'll try to sell it. But it looks really nice. Look at this. It looks amazing. Really, I love this style. I really do. I guess, first impressions, again, I know this is all over the place. I would love to see, you know, a contrasting color on the minute hand, kind of like the Orca watch by Citizen has. But it's a very bold color, so it is legible, okay? And look, it says Promaster on this band. The band, stretchy. We're going to do this test where I just like yank on it, the yank test. It hasn't fallen apart. We have some pins in there. They look big and beefy. Well, that's one good thing. Oh, we got to get rid of some of this Scotch tape they have here. All right. And, you know, obviously I don't know the rundown of how everything works. To be determined. So if you guys have any questions, what you want to know about this watch, let me know, because obviously I don't know my way around it. And here I am trying to press this button like it was the back button on a G-Shock. And let me just hold it up to some other ones for size comparison. Here's the Mudman. Someone in the comments the other day said that I can't make a video without mentioning the Mudman. Well, he's correct, because here's another video in which I am mentioning the Mudman. Because in the previous video about this, a lot of commenters are saying that this is too big. One of them said that, I'm talking about the Promaster Land. They were saying, oh, it's too big. It's the size of a Buick hubcap. Well, here it is next to the Mudman, and it's actually not big. It has a very big presence. Let me hold it next to the Casio. All right, this is not big at all. Everybody who said this was too big, look at it next to the GAB2100. Right? This is not big. I mean, for my watches, I'm a big wrister. What other ones do we have in here that we can compare it to? Oh, I got one hiding in here. One that I'm keeping in the bag to keep from getting scratched up and banged, because you guys are saying there's going to be scratches all over it. The GAB. Oh, wait. Is that scratched? I think I might have several light scratches. Anyways, look at them next to each other. I don't think that this one's not too big. It's the same size as a Casio. All right? For those of you not wanting to buy this one, thinking it's too big, try it on. All right? I tried it on at the jewelry store at the mall. All right? And then once I determined that it did in fact fit, and oh, by the way, look at these holes for the buckle. They're at an angle. That's interesting. All right? What do they call this? A louvered design? I'm not sure. Anyways, so what was I saying? Yes, it's not too big. It's ridiculous to say it's too big. Is it thick? Let's compare it to some genuinely thick watches, and you tell me, does that look thick? Maybe, are there any moderately sized watches? Here's the original Range Man. All right. So, I wouldn't call this Promaster Land thin, but I would not call it thick. I think it's a respectable size, all right? And so if you have any questions regarding the Promaster Land, the U822, model number JV1007, then leave them in the comments, okay? Because I'll be wearing this watch for the next few days, and I will figure out what all the buttons do. I will read the manual, actually. And I know I said that about the GD010, which I haven't even done yet. I have not read the manual yet. And where is it? Everybody wants to see that. Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys want to see the title the main event, the namesake of the title of this video, the Promaster Land. But anyways, yes, reading the manual is something that I will do so that I can press the buttons with confidence and figure out what the spinning of this knurled knob accomplishes, which I believe it's called a crown. And does it screw in? I think some people would ask that, and the answer is no, it doesn't screw in. And where's my metal Readiness pen? Right in the ring. It was here. It must have fallen. The official pointer pen of the Jim Kinkade YouTube channel. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. I'll leave a link below if anybody's interested in this one. Remember, this tip can smash a window. It could save your life. So look at that detail on the MIP screen. Look at that. It's crisp. It's just so dadgum crisp. Right? That's all we can do right now is just look at it, because I don't really know what all these buttons do. Oh, a stopwatch. Look at those tiny little hands move all around when I press the buttons. And a timer. All right, that's good. 2 different time zones. Settings. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. As per usual. All right, now I've like deep dived into a menu. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, just look at that buckle though. It says Citizen right on the buckle. I think it looks rugged, okay, and it feels solid, okay, but it's just like the buttons kind of stick out a lot, you know, and I'm used to G-Shock, right? So the buttons seem like they kind of stick out a lot, and like if it starts taking hits on the side, what will happen to it, right? If it starts going like that, like especially on metal, starts getting scraped, caught and stuff, what will happen to the buttons? Will it get scratched? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a tad. Maybe the Pelican-like case would get scratched. We shall see. Gentlemen, there's only one way to know whether this watch is genuinely tough or not, and that is to test it. Okay? There's only one way to find out. It's gonna go on my wrist, and we're gonna see how it holds up. Gonna put it through the gauntlet of tough tests. You know what? And we'll even try and find one of those cats at the shop. Maybe we can get it to headbutt this thing. All right. Now, as far as size, my wrist, what did we say? It was 8 1/4, and I am on notch number 3. Maybe I have it on a little too tight. It's hard to say, but so it does fit a big wrister. And in the reviews of the green one, which I believe is a JV1005. Some gentlemen were complaining that the corridor band was too small, right? And I think that this would be good for a big wrister, right? So I guess it would probably definitely go out to 8 1/2, because I'd say 8 1/2 is probably the limit. You know, if you're close to 8 1/2 inches or above it, you definitely would want to try this on just to make sure before you buy it. But if you're less than that, it would fit. All right. Gentlemen, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. And just a reminder, get your questions in, regarding this watch, and I will attempt to answer them in an upcoming video, talking some more about the first impressions of the Promaster Land. I'm Jim Kinkade. Thanks for watching.